Force Integration Unit Lieutenant Colonel Kurillu, NFIU Slovakia, and distinguished guests are lined up on the occasion of the change of command for NATO Force Integration Unit Slovakia. Thank you.
Sláva vlasti, vojaci!
Shoulder, arms. At ease.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the NATO Force Integration Unit Slovakia. We are gathered here today to celebrate the change of command for NFIU Slovakia. We are honored to welcome Mr. Marian Mayer, the State Secretary of the Ministry of Defense of the Slovak Republic. Ambassadors and representatives from the Czech Republic, Germany, Hungary, Poland, Romania, United Kingdom, and United States. Lieutenant General Svoboda, Deputy Chief of Defense of the Slovak Republic. Lieutenant General von Sandrart, Commander of Multinational Corps Northeast. Brigadier General Kralik, Deputy Commander of Multinational Division Center. Commanders of NATO Force Integration Units, representatives of Ministry of Defense of the Slovak Republic, and representatives of General Staff of the Armed Forces of the Slovak Republic, representatives of military diplomatic corps, local governmental representatives, and other distinguished guests. Now may I kindly ask the State Secretary of the Ministry of Defense of the Slovak Republic to offer some of his thoughts on today's occasion of the change of command for NFIU Slovakia.
Dear Deputy Chief of Defense, dear Commander of Multinational Corps Northeast, dear Deputy Commander of MNDC, dear Director General, dear Excellencies, dear outgoing and incoming commanders of NFIU, ladies, gentlemen, dear friends, and of course, dear members of NFIU. First of all, let me send regards from Minister of Defense Jaroslav Nať, who couldn't be here today, but who really appreciate the work NFIU is doing every day. On this occasion of change of command, let me first start with a bit of history. It was in 2015 when Slovakia decided to establish the NFIU here in Bratislava. NFIU stand-up and activation have strengthened our security and reaffirmed Slovakia's status of a full-fledged and reliable allied partner. The NFIU in Slovakia was officially activated on 1st September 2016. The decision proved to be the right one, and since the NFIU inauguration in 2017, we have been ready to defend the NATO eastern flank. The group of 8 NFIUs represent strong NATO solidarity. They demonstrate NATO's commitment to collective defense. As you know very well, one of their most important tasks is to help facilitate the rapid deployment of allied forces to the eastern part of the alliance. This role has never been more relevant than nowadays, when the NFIUs actively contribute to our collective security. All 8 NFIUs are part of NATO Readiness Action Plan that was agreed to at NATO's Well Summit in 2014. And Readiness Action Plan, in turn, is part of NATO's response to the evolving security challenges we have faced following Russia's illegal annexation of Crimea. Especially after unprecedented, unprovoked and unjustified aggression of Russia against Ukraine, the role of NFIU has changed from mostly theoretical to very practical. Literally with the boots on the ground. The Slovak NFIU nowadays plays a decisive role in support of multinational battle group Slovakia. It would not be possible without you. Without the support of contributing countries. Big thanks to all of you. Ladies, gentlemen, colleagues, the reason we have gathered here today is a bit unique. It is to assist in the 3rd ever NATO-Slovakia takeover ceremony. The unique in a sense. It is taking place during the time of war within the territory of our eastern neighbor. There is no doubt it has been a very difficult job for current NFIU commander, Colonel Peter Browner, to cope with the situation in this critical time for our security and international peace and stability. As a result, he had to change the NFIU rhythm to start with the active support to the multinational battle group Slovakia. Colonel Browner, thank you for your hard work, dedication, and personal involvement for more than 3 years of your time as Commander NFIU Slovakia. Excellent job. I wish you luck in your new position, where I hope you would be able to take advantage of your experience gained by working in the international environment. Thank you. Well done. The incoming commander, Colonel Kurillu, is not a greenhorn in NATO environment either. From 2005 to 2008, he served in Land Command Heidelberg, Germany. During that time, he was also deployed to Afghanistan, where he spent 6 months. Even though last 3 years he has been working in EU environments, this experience can only enhance his knowledge of international relationship. Colonel Kurillu, you are become commander of NFIU Slovakia in the most difficult time of war, taking place behind the borders with our eastern neighbor. Remember, the NFIU is designed to help us keep our countries safe. This is especially relevant in nowadays uncertain world. I also wish you luck, and should you have any concerns, my doors are always open to you. Thank you very much, both of you, and again, good luck to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you for your kind words, sir. Lieutenant General von Sandrart, can I request a few of your remarks in light of today's event?
Dear Mr. State Secretary, Excellencies, esteemed visitors and guests, ladies and gentlemen, NFIU Slovakia, as just described by my predecessor, was established 6 years ago, mainly to facilitate the reception, staging and onward movement of NATO forces coming to Slovakia. Those forces should integrate with and support the host nation's defense forces in times of need. The aftermath of the unlawful renewed aggression of Russia against Ukraine that started on the 21st of February and is still ongoing has proven, as just described by you, sir, beyond any doubt how valuable the NFIUs are, how valuable NATO is. If we would have invented them already, if we would not have invented them already, we would have to do so. Beyond facilitating the support and the integration of reinforcements, NFIUs are vital to ensure that we have timely and holistic situational awareness about developments on the ground in the respective nations, in the respective region. This is of particular importance now with NATO's reaction to Russian invasion of Ukraine. For Slovakia, this is primarily the build-up of the multinational battle group in Lest, which has declared FOC on 24th of June 22 under Czech leadership of Colonel Bujarek. If we include the Air Missile Defense Task Force, it represents 6 NATO allies with a total of 1,400 women and men. Slovakia, neighboring Czech Republic, Slovenia, the United States, the Netherlands and Germany all contribute to further strengthening NATO's posture on its eastern flank. Colonel Browner, today it is my privilege to thank you, as just described so perfectly, for your service as the 3rd commander of the NFIU in Slovakia. You assumed command in 2019 from Colonel Askaj. You hand over your command in challenging times. I would have loved to give you the chance to conclude this transition. However, the nature of military is that change is inspiring as well. A time where no commander wants to leave his post. Thank you for contributing to our situational awareness at all times. Thank you for your support to Multinational Battle Group Slovakia. Thank you for your excellent job. Colonel Kurillu, it is my pleasure to welcome you as the new commander of the NFIU Slovakia and bestow Colonel Browner's duties on you by passing the flag of NFIU Slovakia on to you in the next couple of minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish both of you and your beloved families all the best for your future professional and personal lives. Whatever we do together as nations, as NATO, we do to ensure that we transition a free, prosperous world secured to our kids, to our grandchild, to the next generation. That is why we serve. As for Colonel Kurillu, my best wishes, of course, extend to the time you will have to be toured under M&D Center, and likely under General Kralik, who is just behind me, and we met yesterday for exclusive, very good talks, who is also among us today. He is right behind me. Sir, esteemed visitors and guests, thank you for your attention.
Thank you, sir. Now may I ask Lieutenant General von Sandrart, Colonel Browner, and Colonel Kurillu to please take your places in front of the tribune to perform the passing of the unit colors. The transfer of the unit colors is significant in many ways. The history, traditions, and accomplishments of NFIU Slovakia are embodied in it. With the transfer, the unit's legacy is passed as a building block for the future performance and achievement. With the transfer of the unit colors, here today goes the transfer of responsibility for the accomplishment of the NFIU Slovakia's mission and the welfare of the troops.
Ready! Attention!
Sir, I hand over to you flag of NATO Force Integration in Slovakia as a symbol of command.
Thank you, my friend. Very well done. Hereby, I relieve you from the command about the NFIU Slovakia. Great job.
Sir, I am taking over the privilege the flag of NATO Force Integration Unit Slovakia as a symbol of my new command.
Colonel Kurillu, I wish you all the best for your great job you have to do. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Well done.
Ready! At east!
Colonel Browner, can I ask you to say a few words concerning the occasion today?
Thank you. Your Excellency, State Secretary Mayer, Ambassadors, Slovak Deputy Chief of Defense, Commander of Multinational Corps Northeast, Deputy Commander of Multinational Division Center, General, distinguished guests. On behalf of the NFIU, let me express a gratitude for your presence here at the Vymenovanie barracks. The member of NFIU, and especially I, greatly appreciate that you have found some time in your very busy schedule to come and take part in today's change of command ceremony. Your presence visibly strengthened the significance of today's ceremony. At the outset, I would like to thank the members of NATO Force Integration Unit Slovakia, the Slovak Armed Forces Guard of Honor, and the Slovak Armed Forces Band for their preparations and role in today's change of command ceremony. It is only recently that I stood here as a new commander of NATO Force Integration Unit Slovakia with my own plans and my own visions. The last 3 years and 4 months passed very quickly for me, thanks to daily privilege of working with the great professionals from NFIU. Looking back at the early beginning of my stay here, I'm grateful that we were able together to build upon the incredible work of our predecessors. Despite the restrictions of the coronavirus pandemic, which significantly limited our activities, NFI was capable of delivering synergy with the common objectives. Not only did we maintain the NFI's functionality and operational readiness, but also draw its improvement. It is in this regard, my thanks go to my deputies and NFIU's branch heads, whose professional knowledge and leadership were a guarantee of the success. Of course, I would like to thank all servicemen and servicewomen serving in the NFIU, whose daily initiative approach and active engagement was the strong engine which helped us to fulfill our missions and assign tasks, as well as creating a very friendly atmosphere. The global security environment has changed dramatically, mainly on the eastern flank of the NATO, by an unprovoked and senseless Russian invasions in Ukraine. Slovakia, as well as other European countries, have increasingly confirmed the substantial importance of collective defense provided by the alliance, and multinational presence in NFIU Slovakia structure clearly demonstrates the determinations of the allied countries to defend our common values. In this respect, I would like to express my gratitude to ambassadors of Germany, Poland, Romania, and the United States of America for the permanent support of your countries to NFIU. In addition, I would like to thank the Ambassador of the United Kingdom for the continued support of your country in the structure in the NFIU. Last but not least, let me express my thanks to Ambassador of the Czech Republic and Hungary for the increased contributions by their soldiers at the NFIU structures. The overall success and credibility of NFIU depends on the consistent and frequent cooperations. Most notably, our cooperations with the Slovak Armed Forces is paramount. Therefore, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the leadership of the General Staff and the Slovak Armed Forces for their support and valuable cooperations in the defense planning, training, and exercises. In the field of cooperations during multinational military exercises, I would like to also extend my thanks to the command of U.S. 5th Army Corps and the U.S. Office of Defense Cooperations in the Slovakia for the active involvement of NFIU during exercise Saber Strike. Our involvement created a unique opportunity to test our operational readiness, as well as offer great opportunity for mutual cooperations and coordinations. Your Excellency, State Secretary of Ministry of Defense of the Slovak Republic, let me express my sincere appreciations for the resounding support we get from the Ministry of Defense, which takes fundamental responsibility for ensuring the operational capability of the NFIU. With regard to the creation of multinational battle group Slovakia, I'm grateful to Czech Republic for volunteering as a framework nations, as well as to other participating countries, Germany, Netherlands, Slovenia, and United States, for NFIU's involvement in the planning process from very beginning. Moreover, our continuing cooperations with the land and air defense assets of the multinational battle group Slovakia has allowed us to execute one of our essential tasks, as was already mentioned, to maintain situation awareness in our area of responsibility and arrange timely and vital reporting to NATO headquarters.